Okay, here's a revised Chapter 1, amped up with visceral action, sharper stakes, and a jolt of mystery to hook the listener instantly. The thud of Darius's final box hitting the cracked linoleum echoed louder than the slammed door of his third job in 2 years. Fired again. Not with fanfare, but with the security guard's bored sigh as he cleared his dented locker. Rain lashed the bus window as he rode home to his tomb, apartment 4B in the Havenview complex, which overlooked neither haven nor view, just a rusted fire escape and the alley's symphony of overflowing dumpsters. Inside, the air tasted stale, thick with defeat. Wallpaper hung in defeated strips, like forgotten battle flags. Dust choked him. He pulled out a small, heavy metal box. Unadorned, sealed tight, cold to the touch. A seam appeared, glowing with an eerie, internal blue light. Now let's talk about why this version hooks harder. First, we've ramped up the action. Instead of Darius passively discovering the box, he violently destroys his surroundings to uncover it. This creates immediate tension and shows how desperate he's become. We've also upped the stakes by giving concrete numbers to his losses. He owes $42,000, has been fired repeatedly, and even his relationship has ended without so much as a goodbye note. These details ground the story in a harsh reality and make Darius's situation more sympathetic. By showing his complete emotional and financial ruin, we immediately make the reader care about what happens to him next. Next, we've introduced a mysterious element with the box. There's no explanation for why it's there or what's inside, but we hint at its significance by emphasizing its weight, age, and strange button. This creates natural curiosity and raises questions that need to be answered. The fact that Darius finds the box while destroying his apartment also adds to the mystery. Why was it hidden in such a place, and what does it have to do with his past? To make the discovery even more shocking, we end the chapter right as the box is opened. This cliffhanger forces the reader to keep listening because they need to know what's inside. Overall, this revision transforms Darius's fall from a slow smolder into a sudden, fiery crash, ending with a shocking discovery that promises everything could change. For better or worse, the reader has to know what happens next. Then, with a soft hiss, the lid slid open. Okay, here's a revised Chapter 1, amped up with visceral action, sharper stakes, and a jolt of mystery to hook the listener instantly. The thud of Darius's final box hitting the cracked linoleum echoed louder than the slammed door of his third job in 2 years. Fired. Again. Not with fanfare, but with a security guard's bored sigh as he cleared his dented locker. Rain lashed the bus window as he rode home to his tomb, apartment 4B in the Havenview complex, which overlooked neither haven nor view, just a rusted fire escape and the alley's symphony of overflowing dumpsters. Inside, the air tasted stale, thick with defeat. Wallpaper hung in defeated strips, like forgotten battle flags. The fridge's arthritic hum was the only sound, louder than the hollow ache in his chest. He didn't need the cracked bathroom mirror to see the ghost staring back. Calloused hands, good for nothing. Tired heart, pumping regret, dreams. Building something that mattered, a legacy that wasn't just debt and dust, felt like ash in his mouth. The proof was everywhere. There was Job Corps. 3 termination letters, each harsher than the last, crumpled under a half-empty bottle of cheap whiskey. There was Startup Scar, a single, mocking keychain from Lumentech. His solar panel venture. Inside, nestled in dark velvet, lay a single object wrapped in plain brown paper. Darius felt a strange pull toward it, a mix of dread and morbid fascination. As he reached to unwrap the package, a faint sound drifted from within the box, a rhythmic pulsing that seemed to echo the beat of his own heart. And then he saw it. Nestled in the velvet was a small, intricately carved wooden box. Etched into its surface were strange symbols that seemed to writhe and shift like cryptic hieroglyphs. But it was the sound that truly captivated him, a gentle humming that seemed to emanate from the very core of the box. Hesitantly, Darius reached out, and as his fingers brushed against the wooden surface, the humming intensified, vibrating up his arm and into his chest. At that moment, a single thought echoed in his mind, an urgent question that burned away his doubts. Whatever was inside that box, it was calling to him. Darius knew he had a choice to make, to resist the pull of the box and bury it once more, pretending he never found it, or to embrace the mystery and uncover whatever secrets it held. And as he stared at the box, the humming growing louder, he felt a surge of determination. Darius had spent the last few years building nothing, watching dreams turn to dust. But now, with the weight of the unknown in his hands, he felt a flicker of purpose rekindle within him. Whatever was inside that box, Darius decided, would change everything. It looked decades old, hidden long before he ever set foot in this cursed place. No label, no lock. Just a single recessed button on one side made of worn, smoky glass. What the hell? The voice of failure was momentarily silenced by sheer electric shock. Who hid this? Here. What could possibly be inside something buried so deep in this monument to his ruin? The weight felt alien, significant. His calloused thumb hovered over the glass button. Was it a bomb treasure? Someone's sick joke? Every instinct screamed danger, but the relentless, crushing despair of the last 2 years screamed louder. What did he have to lose? With a breath he didn't know he was holding, Darius pressed the button. The fridge's arthritic hum was the only sound, louder than the hollow ache in his chest. Smash it all. He stormed into the bathroom, grabbing the edge of the cracked mirror, the one reflecting his hollowed eyes, his father's disappointment, his own worthlessness. Crack. He didn't punch through it. He wrenched it off the wall with a guttural roar. Screws screeched in protest. Plaster dust snowed down as the heavy glass hit the floor, shattering into 1,000 accusing fragments. He stood panting, knuckles bleeding, staring not at the wreckage, but at the hole left in the wall. Darkness gaped back, but not empty darkness. Something glinted. He didn't need the cracked bathroom mirror to see the ghost staring back. Calloused hands, good for nothing. Tired heart, pumping regret. His dreams. Building something that mattered. A legacy that wasn't just debt and dust. Felt like ash in his mouth. The proof was everywhere. There was Job Corpse. 3 termination letters. Each harsher than the last, crumpled under a half-empty bottle of cheap whiskey. He slammed his fist onto the wobbly kitchen table. The whiskey bottle leapt, shattered against the peeling wall, amber liquid bleeding down like liquid failure. His heart hammered against his ribs.
Oh, yes.
Darius clawed at the edges, ignoring the sting of torn skin on sharp plaster. A low, resonant thrum vibrated through the box, up his arm, into his bones. With shaking hands, he began to pry it open. And if you want to know what happens next, then listen to the next episode of Darius.